My name is DeJong. I'm a professor in civil and environmental engineering, but also the director of the Center for Geotechnical Modeling. Our center was established over 40 years ago through National Science Foundation funding. It was a joint project to create a national shared use facility at UC Davis. Since that point in time, NSF has been a steady supporter of our work and providing an open access shared use facility. And researchers actually from across the country come, and some from across the world come, and they build models. They put those models on our centrifuges and they try to simulate how real world infrastructure performs. You know, a lot of the world takes civil infrastructure for granted. We assume that the bridges are safe. We assume the buildings won't fall down. We assume that water will flow. All of those are built-in assumptions because of civil infrastructure and what we provide. But as we move forward, due to the pressures of urbanization, due to the pressures of material use or reuse, due to the pressures of the climate change and these different components, civil infrastructure is being stressed unlike any time before. And so there are a lot of questions that we need to answer in order to provide the type of performance and safety that society needs. Over the last 20 years, there's been about 100 different projects that have come through our facility, funded by various federal and state agencies. But specific questions that have been asked and specific impacts that have been realized include changes to the building code for shallow foundations and Caltrans guidance for pile foundations. Also includes the way in which we stabilize and remediate dams and levees to prevent failure during earthquake loading. It's also resulted in some really interesting and novel ground improvement and foundation solutions, which are inspired by nature to help us be more resilient, but also more sustainable at the same point in time. And there's also been different in situ probes and sensors and devices designed to help us characterize the soil that exists beneath infrastructure, that's used to build infrastructure, or that infrastructure goes through. It's actually a reality. We're already there. We are on a reduced funding scheme for 1 year. That's reduced the size of our team to support research coming through, and it's limited our throughput. So there are less projects that can come through and use our facility. Some aren't able to get access at all right now. And going forward, it's even more uncertain. I mean, there are proposals written by myself, but also many other researchers across the country to use our facilities. Those proposals are in a holding pattern. They're either not, or they're not being reviewed, or those programs have been canceled at the current state. So we don't know what the future is, but we could be looking at significant reductions, potentially shutdown.